India has hit the record population and we have crossed the 140 crore mark. How would that translate into the real estate pricing? What would that look like in the real estate market? And why does the Indian real estate market not crash? Today we will talk about just that in today's video, and let's get right on to it. So 140 crore, that is the population of India today, and it is growing roughly at the rate of 1.9 to 2% per year, which means approximately 2.6 crore people or new people, or the population is added every year. And mota if we divide that by 4, an average family of 4, that leads to 70 lakh families every year. So what will be the impact and what will be the math behind this real estate? So this is the math behind the Indian real estate. So the average size of family, like I clearly explained, is a family of 4. आप अगर 140 करोड़ पॉपुलेशन है, अगर हम 1.9% पे ग्रो कर रहे हैं, तो हम रफली 2.6 करोड़ पर ईयर ऐड हो रहे हैं, और एवरेज अगर हम करें तो 70 लाख नई फैमिलीज हर साल ऐड हो रही हैं। इसका मतलब ये है कि हर साल हमें 70 लाख न्यू होम्स की रिक्वायरमेंट है। नाउ ये जो 70 लाख न्यू होम्स हैं, ये कोई स्पेकुलेशन नहीं है, दिस इज प्योर मैथमेटिक्स एंड दिस इज द बेसलाइन डिमांड। सो फॉर दोज ऑफ यू हु आर आस्किंग और वेटिंग कि यार क्रैश होने वाली है, ये डेटा इज इनफ। So those of you who are speculating a crash in the real estate market, this data should be enough to give you some clarity. Now stay tuned to understand where we are headed and what else is impacting the real estate demand. I have total 5 or 6 points that I will be touching upon here, and point number 5 is for those who are already invested in real estate, and it is to tell you how to make the best out of your real estate returns. Let's get right on to it. अगर हमने बात करी 70 लाख होम्स की ज़रूरत है, अगर इसमें से कुछ घर हैं जो डीलेड हैं या सेल्फ बिल्ट हैं, या कुछ चीज़ें हैं जो किसी तरह डिले हो रहे हैं, तब भी आप 50% लगा लो तो 35 लाख होम्स की तो रिक्वायरमेंट है तब भी। अब ये 35 लाख होम्स, अगर हम टिपिकल बात करें कोई भी एक टीयर 2 सिटी या टीयर 3 सिटी से फॉर एग्जांपल हिमाचल से या उत्तराखंड से या रांची से, कोई भी एक इंजीनियर लड़का या लड़की पढ़ाई करते हैं, इंजीनियरिंग करते हैं या बीबीए करते हैं या बीकॉम करते हैं, वो जाके फिर उनकी एस्पिरेशन है कि कोई अच्छी शहर में नौकरी। अब ये नौकरी करने के लिए दे वुड आइडियली, द एस्पिरेशन आइडियली व्हाट इट लुक्स लाइक इन मोस्ट ऑफ द सर्वेज हियर इज द एस्पिरेशन इज नॉर्थ अमेरिका, कनाडा, ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड देन सर्टेन पार्ट्स ऑफ यूरोप। देन कम्स फॉर द इंडियन रीजन कि आप टॉप टीयर 1 सिटीज़ देखेंगे, इसमें आ जाता है दिल्ली, मुंबई, बैंगलोर एंड हैदराबाद, Pune, 5 top tier cities. You can also add Chennai here, 6 cities. Now, one of the most top emerging cities here that has more than 370 of the Fortune 500 companies is Gurgaon. And that is one city that is really attracting a lot of talent. तो होता क्या है, stay with me here, of those 70 lakh new homes that are required, these people who are coming from these tier 2, tier 3 cities and are settled and working in Gurgaon, they are not going to buy a house in their village or their tier 3 city. They are looking to build a life here in the tier 1 cities, the 6 or 7 top cities that I mentioned. Now in these cities, this is the reason why the demand is growing. And this is, if we look at the India's GDP, आज की डेट में 65% of India's GDP comes from the urban areas. अब ये सारे जो माइग्रेशन हो रही है, ये सारी माइग्रेशन, जॉब माइग्रेशन, लाइफस्टाइल एस्पिरेशंस, these are the things that are driving the urban housing demands. So like I said, the 6 cities. People don't move back to villages for their opportunities. They move to cities. They are always growing. So while the population is growing everywhere, the demand pressure is concentrated in the top tier 1 cities only. So given, like I said, Gurgaon as an example, we have 370 of the Fortune 500 companies based here. This is what is creating the demand. Which brings me to my next point of how real estate is always a function of the earning capability of the city. What that means is, जो उस सिटी का जीडीपी है, जो उस सिटी की एक एवरेज इनकम है, वो रियल एस्टेट प्राइसेस को काइंड ऑफ सपोर्ट करता है या ड्राइव करता है। अब अगर एक सिटी है जहाँ पे आप, जैसे मैंने 2 या 3 बार बोल दिया इस वीडियो में कि 370 फॉर्च्यून 500 कंपनीज हैं, तो उसमें ऑब्वियसली एक अर्निंग कैपेबिलिटी डेफिनेटली अच्छे लेवल पे है। Now, since that is driving the salaries or the packages, the earning capabilities of the people living in that city, now there's a lot of migrants in Gurgaon. I am living in Gurgaon. I am one of the top real estate advisors based out of Gurgaon. We see a lot of migrants, at every level of the corporate ladder. Now, what happens when these migrants, their earning capacity increases, that is having a direct impact on where they are building the house. Maybe they are not building the house, maybe they're renting the house. But even to rent a house, you need a house, right? And that is what is also driving the rental yields, that is also driving the real estate prices eventually. So agar hum baat kare, another example I'll share here is Gurgaon versus another city called Indore. Now they have a similar population growth, but the per capita income in Gurgaon is 3x, and that is what is driving the property prices. So that is why a 3 BHK in Gurgaon costs roughly 2.5 to 3 crores as compared to 60 to 70 lakhs in other cities, and it is not greed, it is the GDP of Gurgaon, and the city that is contributing the most to the GDP of Haryana is Gurgaon. So the key line here is, the richer the city, the more earning capacity of the people who are living in the city, the stronger the floor price eventually becomes, the per square foot price becomes over time. So I would also like to add, I am Gurgaon's top real estate advisor and investor. In today's date, the real estate content creation and the real estate marketing in India is helping a seller sell a home, but they are not helping a buyer buy a home, and this is exactly where I come in. So in case you would like to know more about anything in Gurgaon, any kind of residential properties, or if you're looking to invest or you're looking as an end user, you can message me, WhatsApp me in the number given in the description below. Now we come to the next point, which is the rental yields. So what is really driving the rental yield, or what is really driving the real estate prices, eventually comes down in the rental yield. Now for those of you who have stayed on rent, or for those of you who are landlords who put their properties on rent, आपके rental agreement पे एक clause होता है जिसमें हम लिखते हैं कि हर साल इस amount से आपका रेंट इंक्रीज होगा। अब कई लोग वो 5% करते हैं, कई लोग वो 12% करते हैं, कई लोग 8% करते हैं। सो अगर आप देखें ना, अगर आपका रेंटल यील्ड इंक्रीज हो रहा है और उस प्रॉपर्टी का रेंटल यील्ड, अगर आपका रेंट इंक्रीज हो रहा है हर साल से 8%, उस प्रॉपर्टी का रेंटल यील्ड है 3 से 5%, तो टू मेंटेन दैट 3%, eventually the price of the property will also increase. If you get the math, type in the comment below. If you didn't get the math, you can obviously connect with me and I will explain you in detail there. So for a quick example, a 2 crore property with a 3% rental yield would be 6 lakh per year rent, approximately 50,000 rupees per month on an average. Now, अगर ये 50,000 रुपीज़ या 6 लाख रुपए का रेंट आपको हर साल 5% इंक्रीज करना है, तो उसका इम्पैक्ट डायरेक्टली आ रहा है आपके प्रॉपर्टी के प्राइस पे. So that's how the property prices are increasing. Like I said earlier in the video, that I will also share a pro tip for landlord or investors. So this is something that I have come across in my consultations, and that is the empty apartments is always leading to a high wear and tear when the tenants move in and out. Now typically आपका अगर कोई residential apartment है, वो हर 2 से 3 साल में लगता है, और the old tenants move out, the new ones move in. तो उसमें क्या होता है, there's a lot of wear and tear, furniture, scratches, moving in, moving out when they're bringing in their furnitures. So this is one aspect. The other aspect is that a fully furnished rental attract better and higher rent. In a city like Gurgaon, a lot of people are migrants. They don't carry their own furniture. If you're a landlord and you're offering a place which is fully furnished, it will attract you a better rental. It will reduce the wear and tear of your apartments, and if your flat looks like a home and not a construction site, it rents faster and lasts longer. A typical tenant dragging his bed up or down the staircase is the recipe for the scratch story that we deal in, and eventually we have to see that आपका जो टेनेंट है वो जितनी जल्दी लगेगा आपका अपार्टमेंट रेंट पे, उतना जल्दी आपको रिटर्न आते रहेगा. Let's summarize using the long-term loop. The housing demand is also because of the population growth eventually of the country, and then how we brought it down to the city level, macro level. Then the urban job growth is what is driving the income and affordability. Obviously the infrastructure, the offices and the jobs are creating high value zones in certain tier 1 cities, and the stable rental yields is what is having the investor confidence eventually. So this is the India real estate story. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down. If there's something that you would like me to add in my next videos, do put it in the comments below. And in case you would like to get in touch with me, WhatsApp me in the number given in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.